The email landed in my inbox at 11:43 on a Tuesday night. Subject line, Family First. I opened it. Invoice. Itemized professional. Your share. Tesla Model 3 contribution. $12,000. Due within 7 days. My brother's name at the bottom. His logo, his payment instructions. I stared at the screen for maybe 2 minutes. Then I hit reply. I didn't write a paragraph. I didn't argue. I typed 3 words. Return of funds, and I attached a file. He had no idea what was coming. What do you do when family stops asking for help and starts sending you a bill? I'm still shaking as I record this. It's 2 a.m. where I am. Drop your time zone below, and if you've ever been guilted by someone who said they loved you, hit that like button, because this story gets worse before it gets better. I had 3 years of receipts. He had 3 years of lies. Let me rewind. My brother Ethan and I grew up in the same house, but we lived in different worlds. Ethan was the golden child. Private school. College tuition paid in full. New car at 16, a used Lexus, but still. I was the other one. The one who worked 2 jobs to pay for community college. The one who ate ramen in the dorm lounge while Ethan posted photos from spring break in Cancun. Nobody said it out loud, but I always knew. If something went wrong, I figured it out. If Ethan had a problem, Mom and Dad opened their wallets. So I learned to save. I learned to document. I kept spreadsheets. I screenshotted Venmo transfers. I saved every text message that mattered. Because in my family, nothing was guaranteed. Not for me. By 26, I bought my own condo. By 28, I was a senior data analyst making 6 figures. I built that, alone. Ethan? He coasted. Charm and a checkbook he didn't earn. And for years, I was fine with it. I stayed in my lane. Then he called me. It was midnight. His voice was shaking. I need help. It's an emergency. If I don't get $8,000 by tomorrow, I lose everything. And I said yes, because that's what family does, right? The first call came in March. It's my startup. We need bridge capital or the whole thing collapses. I just need $8,000. I'll pay you back in 60 days. I swear. I wired the money the next morning. He thanked me. He called me his lifeline. 2 months later, another call. Rent's due and my investor backed out. I need $4,500. Just until next month. You know I'm good for it. I sent it, no hesitation, because he's my brother. I didn't hear from him for 3 weeks. Then the invoice arrived. $12,000 for a Tesla, not a request, not a conversation. An invoice. With a note at the bottom. You make 6 figures now. Don't be cheap. Family first, remember? I read it twice. My hands were shaking. I texted him. Ethan, what is this? 3 dots. Then, I helped you out when you needed it. Now it's your turn. Pay up or I'll handle this another way. I stared at my phone. When did help become O? Then my parents texted. Your brother really needs you right now. Don't be selfish. Just send the money and keep the peace. The invoice had a deadline. 7 days. I ignored the invoice. I thought maybe he'd cool down. Maybe he'd realize how insane this was. He didn't cool down. Day 3. He forwarded the invoice to the family group chat. 34 people, aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone. His message: I've supported our family for years. Now I ask for one thing and OP refuses. Guess success changes people. My phone exploded. Aunt Linda. Really? You can't help your own brother? Cousin Mike. That's cold, man. Uncle Joe. Family takes care of family. Message after message. Public shaming in real time. My mom called. She was crying. Just pay it. Please, I can't take the fighting. My dad texted, write the check. Keep the peace. It's not worth this. I sat on my couch and stared at the ceiling. Maybe they were right. Maybe I was being selfish. Maybe I did owe him. I opened my laptop. I drafted an angry reply 4 times. Deleted it 4 times. Then I walked to my filing cabinet. And I pulled the folder I'd kept for 3 years. Every bank transfer. Every text. Every promise. I spread it all on my kitchen table, and I realized something. I hadn't lost. Because I had proof. The first file I opened, screenshots. March 14th. The night Ethan called begging for $8,000. His exact words in a text I'd saved. It's a loan, I swear. I'll pay you back in 60 days. Date stamped, time stamped. I pulled the Zelle confirmation. The memo line, written by him, short-term loan. Will repay. Then the second ask, May 9th. His text, borrow not gift. $4,500. You know I'm good for it. I opened a blank spreadsheet. 3 columns, date, amount sent. Amount repaid, March 15th, $8,000. Repaid, 0. May 10th, $4,500. Repaid, 0. Total loaned, $12,500. Total repaid, $0.00. I sat back in my chair. This wasn't me refusing to help family. This was him refusing to pay back what he owed. I didn't owe him $12,000. He owed me $12,500. I saved the spreadsheet. Then I kept digging. Because if he lied about this, what else had he lied about? What I found next made my blood run cold. Ethan didn't wait for my answer. He escalated. 2 days after the group chat blow up, he posted on social media. Vague, but pointed. Funny how success makes people forget where they came from. Family isn't disposable. No names. But our mutual friends knew. Within hours, 3 people texted me. Hey, what's going on with you and Ethan? Are you guys fighting? He seems really hurt. I didn't respond. Then he called my parents again. He told them a new story. That I'd promised to split the cost of the Tesla. That we'd shaken hands on it. That I backed out at the last second to humiliate him. My mom forwarded me an email. 3 paragraphs. Begging me to do the right thing. She wrote, He's your brother. He's struggling. Please don't let pride destroy this family. Ethan set a new deadline. Friday. 3 days away. He sent me one final text. Pay by Friday or I'm filing a claim for breach of verbal contract. My lawyer says I have a case. Your call. He didn't have a lawyer. But my parents believed him. The group chat believed him. And my reputation, everything I'd built was on the line. I had 3 days. I didn't sleep. But I didn't panic. Because I had one more receipt. The one that changed everything. I pulled Ethan's Instagram. March 15th. The day after I wired him $8,000 for his startup emergency. A photo, Ethan on a beach, Tulum, Mexico, geotagged. Caption, living my best life. Posted March 17th. 2 days after I sent the money, I scrolled through his account. Bottle service. Jet ski rental. Beachfront hotel. Then I checked his Venmo. It was public. March 17th. Shots with the boys. $120. March 18th. Jet ski rental. $200. March 19th. Hotel upgrade. $800. I did the math. $3,200 spent in 4 days. On a vacation. Well, I thought he was saving his startup. Then I found the Tesla purchase agreement. A mutual friend works in auto finance. He leaked it to me after I asked. Down payment $4,500. Paid May 16th. 6 days after I wired him rent money. The startup emergency was a vacation. The rent crisis was a car. Every word a lie. I sat in the dark and stared at the evidence. Time-stamped, geotagged, receipts on receipts. I had him. Now I just had to decide. Stay quiet, or send the message that would detonate everything. I needed to understand why. Why lie? Why the Tesla? Why come after me? So I dug deeper. Ethan's startup had failed. I knew that much. But I didn't know when. I found a cached LinkedIn post. Deleted, but still in Google's index. August, 8 months before he called me. Sometimes ventures don't work out. Onward and upward. The company had been dead for 8 months when he asked me for bridge capital. Then I found something else. A text my mom sent me 6 months ago. I'd forgotten about it. Please don't tell your brother we cut him off. He's fragile right now. We can't keep bailing him out. My parents had stopped funding him. I checked an old photo from a family dinner. Ethan's laptop was open in the background. I'd taken the picture as a joke. But I zoomed in. Credit Karma was open on his screen. 4 credit cards. Balances visible. $47,000 in debt. He was drowning. The Tesla wasn't ambition. It was a life raft made of sheet metal and image. He needed people to think he was still winning. And I was the perfect target. Quiet, successful, too nice to say no. Until now, I closed the file. I knew exactly what to do. I didn't call him. I didn't post. I didn't send an angry text. I did something better. I downloaded a demand letter template. Free, legal, simple. I filled it out. To Ethan, from me. Subject, demand for return of funds. Total amount loaned, $12,500. Interest charged 0. I was being generous. Repayment period, 14 days from receipt of this letter. Then I attached every single receipt. The text messages, the Zelle confirmations, the Instagram posts, the Venmo transactions, the timeline, the Tesla purchase agreement. 53 pages. I CC'd my parents. I set the send time for 6 a.m. Thursday, 1 day before his fake deadline. Before I hit schedule, I called a lawyer. Free 30-minute consult. I explained everything. He laughed. You have one of the cleanest small claims cases I've ever seen. If he doesn't pay, file on Monday. You'll win. I thanked him, hung up. At 5:59 a.m. Thursday, I woke up. I watched the clock. 6 a.m., the email sent. Subject line in his inbox. Return of funds, legal demand. I poured a coffee, and I waited. I didn't have to wait long. 6:14 a.m., my phone rang. Ethan. I didn't answer. 6:22. He called again. I let it ring. 6:45. A voice message, screaming. What the hell is this? You can't threaten me with legal action over a gift. I'm calling my lawyer right now. I deleted it. 7:18. My mom called. I didn't answer. She texted, we need to talk. I just read everything, call me. By noon, the family group chat had been silent for 6 hours. Then Uncle Joe posted, he's a CPA, the family's numbers guy. His message, I just reviewed the documents OP sent. These are loans. Ethan's own words confirm it. Ethan, why did you tell us these were gifts? Silence. Then Aunt Marie. I don't understand. You said OP promised to pay for the car. I waited. Then I posted in the thread. Just the timeline. March 15th. Loan sent for startup emergency. March 17th. Ethan posts from Tulum vacation. May 10th. Loan sent for rent. May 16th. Ethan pays Tesla down payment. I attached the screenshots. The Venmo. The purchase agreement. I didn't add commentary. I didn't need to. Cousin Mike. Wait, you used loan money for a vacation? Aunt Linda, Ethan. The chat went quiet. One by one, reactions came in. Shock, disappointment, anger. Not at me. At him. My dad sent me a private text. I'm sorry. We didn't know. We should have asked. At 11:47 p.m., Ethan posted one message. Fine, I'll pay you back. Just stop. I replied in the thread. Everyone saw it. 14 days, as stated in the demand letter. No one argued. No one defended him. The chat went silent. I put my phone down. It was over. Ethan paid me back in 2 installments. $6,000 total, not the full amount. But I took it. And I sent him one final email. Remaining balance forgiven. This matter is closed. I kept a copy, just in case. 5 weeks later, my mom called. The Tesla got repossessed. Ethan couldn't afford the payments. I didn't gloat. I didn't celebrate. I just felt tired. He moved back in with my parents. I didn't ask questions. But I set a boundary. No more loans. No more emergencies. No more guilt trips. I said it once, calmly. My parents listened. Some cousins stopped inviting me to things. That hurt. but others reached out privately. Apologies. Quiet support. I blocked Ethan on social media, but I didn't cut him out completely. Family events, I show up. I'm polite. I keep distance, it works. 6 months after everything went down, I took that $6,000, and I did something with it. I funded a financial literacy workshop. Free. For young adults in my community. 20 people showed up to the first session. I taught them about boundaries, about documentation, about predatory loans, even from family. One person came up to me after. She said, "My brother keeps asking me for money. I thought I was being selfish for saying no." I told her, helping someone doesn't mean letting them take advantage of you. She cried. I gave her a copy of my spreadsheet template. That workshop is still running. I sleep better now. The group chat is quieter. And when someone asks me for money, I say the same thing every time. I can offer advice, not cash. It holds. Because here's what I learned. Family first doesn't mean funding someone's delusions. It means protecting each other's dignity. Boundaries aren't betrayal. They're survival. So here's my question for you. Have you ever had to choose between keeping family peace and protecting your own financial safety? What did you do? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video helped you see the difference between helping and being used, hit subscribe, because there's a lot more where this came from. One last thing. This story is a fictionalized dramatization based on real experiences. It is not legal or financial advice. Always consult a professional. Thanks for watching. And remember, you don't owe anyone your peace.